Hello guys and welcome to today's video where today we're going to be talking about, well, basically make a prediction for all the big four matchups that are coming out in tomorrow's episode. So we've got Liko versus Anne, Dot versus Penny, Roy versus Nimona, and Alt versus Hassel. So obviously the first one, let's predict Liko versus Anne. So basically, I'll basically give a brief rundown. So basically, every fight is a 1v1, so there's no double battles. And for this fight, Liko is using a newly evolved armor against Anne's Samurai. So now, obviously, I would critique Liko, but I can kind of understand why they've done this. Because obviously, like, basically, if she used Miascarada, this would be like an undisputed easy win. So I think they wanted to give Liko a bit of a challenge, so by having to use armor against Samurai. But I still think Liko will win this fight. I think because I think they're trying to build armor up to be Liko's new ace. Because like I've noticed this with Horizons recently, they're trying to get them like a main ace and a secondary ace. And Liko doesn't really have a secondary ace. So I think that's what I want to do. They want to build up armor by having it be Anne Samurai. And a bit more evidence to prove this is that Anne Samurai is going to be Terra Ground into Terra Water. Which yes, obviously Terra Ground is still too effective, but that means it no longer resists fire attacks. So yeah, I think Liko will win her fight. So now I want to Dot versus Penny. This fight for me, I don't think this fight will conclude in tomorrow's episode. Oh right, I should probably mention that. Liko's fight and Roy's fight are definitely concluded in tomorrow's episode. Dot's fight and Uruto's fight, we are not sure. But probably not Dot's, because basically our next episode after tomorrow's episode is basically, guys, the episode after tomorrow's episode is all about Dot and Quaxwell. So basically I'm gonna suspect that Quaxwell is evolving next week against Penny. I think the fight will continue into the next episode, and basically I think Dot will win with the evolution. I think basically the battle's gonna start, and since that Vaporeon has the Warlord's Orb ability, it's gonna start by overpowering Quaxwell, and basically throughout the fight, basically Dot has to basically try and figure out a way to hurt Vaporeon. And eventually Quaxwell is pushed to the point of evolution, evolves into Quaquaval, and basically Quaquaval will defeat Vaporeon. So that's what I think for that one. For Roy vs Nimona, we've got Lucario versus Pokémon round 3. So obviously in their first fight, Lucario won. In their second fight, Lucario lost. And now we're coming down to Lucario vs Pokémon round 3. Now obviously to me, this one's actually kind of hard for me to decide, because how Lucario's been in this arc. Compared to the last arc, Lucario has been very inconsistent. He hasn't won a fight currently in this arc, and he's not been portrayed great. While I don't think Roy will lose to Nimona again, I think it'll be weird. Especially because they set up Roy lost to Nimona at the start of this arc, so like it'd be weird if he lost again. And plus Lucario needs a win this arc, so I think Lucario will win. But I think and we already know that it's going to be Mega Lucario versus terrifying Pokémon, as they've sort of showed it. Well, basically sometimes the Japanese Pokemon account shows clips from the episode, and they posted a GIF of Mega Lucario using Aura against terrifying Pokémon. So yeah, I think we're gonna see. So yeah, I think Roy will win against Nimona. I think it'll be close. And now for the final fight, it is Hassel. Now this is the only fight I can realistically see one of the main characters losing. Yeah, I kind of lean Hassel in this fight, not because I don't think Alt is strong, but I feel like he hasn't had as many feats, and also another thing to take into account: Liko, Dot, and Roy's fights are all rematches. Uruto's fight is not a rematch. Not to mention that Hassel is like an Elite Four member, and he has previously defeated Roy before in Arc 3. And obviously, I know another thing to take into account. Excalibur is a really bad matchup for Dragonite, as Dragonite is weak to both Ice and Dragon, but Ice by 4 times. Obviously, I still think there are ways Uruto could win the fight, but I kind of more lean Hassel in a way. But obviously, if Mega Dragonite comes out, I think it could be. But it also depends on what Hassel's going to use with Excalibur, because there are some people thinking that we could get Mega Excalibur. I personally don't think we will. I think it's just going to be Terra Excalibur. So yeah. But yeah, my predictions are Liko's going to win, Dot's going to win after Quaxwell evolves, Roy's going to win, and then Hassel's going to win. So yeah guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.